Diwali desserts is a classic yet slightly twisted my way Firni. Now what is a Firni? A Firni is a pudding that has reduced milk which is slightly thickened with a thickening agent. You can use either some millet, you can use vermicelli, you can use rice flour like how I'm using, and add a whole lot of goodness to it. My Firni today is a caramel Firni which is way out of track but still so true to the classic. Let's get to creating it. Creating a Firni that's stylish and elegant is a very simple process, though it is slightly time consuming. Here in a pot, I've added 2 liters of milk and I'm just going to bring it to a boil and simmer it for a good 45 minutes till it reduces to half. 20 minutes of allowing this to simmer and it's nearly reached its half point. I'm going to stir it now just so that the evaporation is a lot faster and it reduces. So another 25 minutes and we are ready to create this gorgeous Firni. For me, in between cooking time is always about playing with the dogs and having irritated Zia and Zoe to a point where they both ran away from me. And with this nearly ready now, it's come down to nearly 1 liter, they're going to get to creating a caramel. So in a pan that's nice and hot, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of sugar and just allow it to get that golden caramel. As the sugar melts and you get the golden hue coming together, go as liberal as you want because remember you're pouring this straight into milk and it's going to lighten up. So I'm going to let it get slightly darker than expected. Allowing it to darken for another 10 seconds and it goes straight into the milk. Be careful when you're dealing with caramel because it's piping hot and care must be taken to ensure that you do not burn yourself in this entire process. So pour the entire thing in and just mix it up, allowing everything to get that beautiful color. It creates a slight mess in your kitchen, but it's a dish that's worthy of it. Any caramel that's left in the pan, just take a cupful of this warm and hot milk and put it in, mix it all up well and pour it back into this. In this goes half a cup of sugar just to sweeten this creation now. Stir it. The sugar is going to melt instantly, so while this melts, we're going to get to creating the rice emulsion that goes into thickening this glorious dessert. Allowing the sugar to melt in the caramelly milk, it's such strong flavors, sweet and has that very earthy flavor that caramel brings to the entire creation. Now, in a bowl out here, I've got 3 tablespoons of rice flour. And to that, I'm just adding a dash of salt because I'm trying to create a very dumbed down version of a salted caramel Phirni. So as we mix this, into this goes half a cup of water and we're just going to emulsify this entire slurry. So whisk it till it's as smooth as it can be. As this has mixed and the slurry is already ready, we're just going to add a little bit of richness to this and that is 200 grams of mawa going right in. So what is mawa basically? Mawa is dehydrated milk to about 20% consistency. It's cooked on an open fire till it reduces, stirring occasionally, allowing it not to burn. So as this is ready and gone into it, we're just going to allow it to mix and get slightly mushy in this entire thing before adding in our slurry. As I've allowed the mawa to emulsify and mix in this gorgeous caramel milk, it's totally optional just to add to that richness appeal of this dish. You can go right ahead and avoid it if you are unable to source some. So as you whisk this and it's all mixed in well, in goes the gorgeous rice slurry and keep whisking till it thickens up now. Allow this to cook for at least 4 to 5 minutes. As this gets to a roaring simmer, and the best way to know that this is done is when it coats the back of a spoon really well. You're just going to give it a good stir and switch off the flame. This firni needs to sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes before you put it into an earthen pot to set. Having allowed this to sit for 15 minutes just so that the temperature drops slightly, and more importantly so that my earthenware doesn't crack. While I've rinsed the earthenware, all you're going to do now is pour this glorious mix right in. While this gorgeous firni is ready for my Diwali party in the earthen bowl, the bowl on the side is my midnight snack to binge on tonight as my treat. So I'm just going to garnish this with some slivers of pistachio. Just adds to that beautiful color that's required in elevating the grandeur of this dish actually. So slight slivers of pistachio. And no firni is ever complete without some slivers of almonds, so they go on top as well. Such a simple dish to create, slightly time consuming, but the end result is truly worthy and decadently what Diwali calls for. So while we're going to allow this to come to room temperature and then just chill it, preferably for at least 14 to 15 hours so it chills right through and all the flavors combine really well. This dessert is so me in the making, modern yet twisted but not redefining what a firni is truly meant to be. While I have added a caramel with a very modern Indian take to it, you can still go back to the old school authentic versions of either adding some almond paste, some pistachio paste or just saffron and create the same result. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. And as I always say, don't forget to subscribe.